WRTR Real Talk Radio. Featured guest DJs. Original shows. Music news. The hottest DJs from around the world.
Happy Black History Month from us here on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Welcome to a new week of shenanigans. Let's get into it. How y'all feeling? How's the mood? What's the mood set up? I am undefined so far. I don't know how I feel. I don't feel bad because bad I always tend to identify with. Maybe I'm a pessimist, but either way. I'm feeling pretty good. My name is Marcus Smoot.
And I'm feeling pretty okay as well. My name is Miss Lyric Bravado.
And it's your boy Tigger Man. And I'm feeling lovely.
I bet you are. That OnlyFans check just hit, didn't it?
Sure did.
I figured.
It sure did. Yep.
Nips for nickels. I get it.
Y'all keep supporting my content.
Bust down.
What you charging them people to subscribe to you? That's what I want to know.
Good Lord, $15.99.
Oh, why is it always an odd number? Why you just couldn't say $16?
Right.
What's up with the 99?
Hey, it wouldn't hurt for an extra 99 cents.
That burgers ain't even worth 99 cents no more. Anyways, all right. So what did y'all learn about? What did y'all learn dope about blackness this week and this month? Because we got an extra. We normally black, but we gotta like really, really black it up. Like this month.
Black it
February.
up.
It's February. I'm black like normally black, but like this month I'm lickety black. So
let me tell you what I would learn black this week.
How racist white folks are. Go ahead.
That your girl Sukiana don't know what a musician is. She said she.
That is not dope. That is not dope. Can we at least keep this part positive of the show? Jesus.
Listen,
because it's all downhill from here.
Listen, she was being interviewed. Homegirl asked us as you're a musician. She said, no, I'm not a magician.
What?
Homegirl was like, no, you're getting the two mixed up. I said, musician. You make music, right? She said, yes, I make music, but I'm not a musician.
What? Okay. That's like somebody going, I'm ugly, but I'm a beautician. What? Anyway,
I don't understand.
I hate it.
I know y'all seen that video. I was crying. I couldn't do nothing but cry. I said, this is sad.
Well, since Tigger Man can't follow the diagram, I'll start it off. All right. So I learned about Lainey Smoot. Yeah. One of my cousins. I don't know if it's actually one of my cousins, but I'm actually interested to look it up, and I will be after this broadcast. No, actually, he is the Disney Research Fellow and Imagineer behind some of Disney's Disney Parks' greatest special effects. Now he is being indicted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame. How dope is this? Get this. He is the first. Yeah, he is, but get this. He is the first. He is the first Disney Imagineer to receive this prestigious recognition, and only the second individual outside of Walt Disney himself to receive this award or this.
Wow!
Award. So shout out to Lainey Smoot. Yeah, not very often I get to say. Cousin? Yeah, not often I get to say that last name associated with great shit, because I'm a mess. I'm a mess.
No comment on that one.
I'm a mess. But go ahead.
Me? Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
It's my turn. Okay, in honor of today, February 10th, and it's my mom's birthday.
All
right. Happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday.
Mama Lyric.
I have a Black History fact for you all. Okay. On February 10th, 1964, the United States House of Representatives passed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 after 70 days of debate. The act made discrimination illegal on the basis of race, color, religion, national origin, and sex in public accommodations, employment, and programs that are federally funded. A substitute bill of this major piece of the civil rights legislation was finally approved on June 19, 1964, by the United States Senate after a 50-day filibuster organized by senators from the South. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the act into law on July 2nd, 1964. Being a law and being an enforced law are two different things, and it still took years for many of the areas of the country to abide by the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
All right.
Just in case y'all didn't know.
All right. Wait a minute. Hold on. You let your mom listen to this show? God, what she must think of us? Oh my God. She's like, I let my baby out there into the world.
No, so you know how you post like the little snippets and stuff? She listens to those. I don't think that she would want to listen to everything that I be saying.
I specifically
she know her daughter, and she know I be saying anything out this mouth. So
right.
But yeah.
All right, Ticket Man, what you got? Anything other than something ratchet?
Okay, so hold on for a minute. I'm sorry. My dog is jumping on me again. I'm about to lock him.
And he eating.
Look, I got these big ass wings.
And he's eating chicken during Black History Month.
Fried chicken with your dog. This is contradictory. Is your dog eating it too? Are you feeding it? Are you making TikToks?
He's trying to eat my chicken. He already got me one time before. I had some lemon pepper wings sitting on my desk in my room, and I had ran out the room for a second, came back, wings was gone. He told them up.
Your dog owning your wings. Okay, sure.
But yeah, so a toy brand called Team Genius Squad. Oh, excuse me. Hold on.
This is ghetto. This is supposed to be Black History Month, and this is ghetto.
Okay, let me get there. Okay, here we go. So there's a toy brand called Team Genius Squad that was created by an 11-year-old entrepreneur.
What?
So there was an 11.
What shit is this?
Let me get this out. Come on.
Oh.
So again, Team Genius Squad, a toy brand created by an 11-year-old entrepreneur and author, Ava N. Simmons, specializes in creating American-made toys centered on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So she has created this brand for children with special needs.
Like you?
Don't play with me.
No, that was bad.
And she's only 11 years old. There we go.
Well, I mean, congratulations. If, I think we understood. What did you season that chicken with?
Lemon pepper.
And what leaves did you use to season that chicken?
Well, actually, I didn't season it. I got it from this place. Have you ever been to it's off of 210 and Fort Washington, something taverns?
No, that don't sound like it's for me.
Shady Brook Taverns. That's what it's called. No, Sunny
I've
Brook.
seen it. It's on the corner, right?
Yeah, Sunny Brook
Tavern.
Tavern.
I've never been there.
I went there. Their wings
it's named Shady, so why would I eat there?
Well, no, it's Sunnybrook. I think it's Sunnybrook, not Shady Brook. Sunnybrook.
Okay.
Shady Brook?
No,
that sound like
no place where it says shady. It sound like y'all spitting in food.
Sunnybrook.
It sound like an old people's place where they mash chicken up so they can eat it. Anyways.
But they have like a big old bar inside and everything. People go there all the time. It's a liquor store right beside it and everything. Your father probably go there.
Maybe. Either way, if it were lyric, up next. We'll be right back.
4 Black LGBTQ heroes you should know about for Black History Month and beyond. 1. Marsha P. Johnson, who was a trans woman before we had modern language for trans identity. Activist and performer who played a major role instigating the Stonewall riots, one of the most important events leading to the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement. 2. Bayard Rustin, the chief organizer for the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom and key advisor to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself. He has never gotten enough credit for his role in the civil rights movement due to a lack of acceptance of his sexuality as a gay man. 3. Audre Lorde, a lesbian feminist, womanist, and civil rights activist. Her writing about the mythical norm helped me to understand how oppressive power structures can hide in plain sight as idealized notions of what types of people are seen as valuable or normal in society. And 4, James Baldwin, a gay playwright, novelist, essayist. His work taught me about many of the ways that I've been taught to hold internalized negative beliefs about my own racial identity. And his teachings taught me a better and truer vision of what it is to be a black man in the United States. Our celebration of Black History Month is incomplete if it does not include the powerful contributions of our LGBTQ plus siblings as well.
Maybe not what you should do, but definitely she would if it were Lyric.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Lyric, and I'm back with my segment, If It Were Lyric, where I give my 2 cents about the stories that you guys send me to my DM and my Gmail at lyricbravado@gmail.com and my Facebook, Twitter. Let's see what else I got. Instagram. All the social media platforms, you guys send me these stories, and they are wild, and I read them with full enthusiasm and excitement because you guys bring me life. All right.
All right.
Let's get into the first one. All right. It says, Dear Lyric, I've been dating this girl for a while now. My girlfriend, she decided to stay the night, and she has not left for 30 days.
Damn.
When she goes to work, she comes right back to my place. How do I tell her that she has to leave without hurting her feelings?
You say, hey girl, your drawers are starting to pile up.
First of all,
better watch the bad boy.
First of all, you should have set them boundaries day one. Because you saw them days go by and by and by and by. She been there a whole month, and you probably was content because you had some live-in and ain't want to say nothing. And now she probably getting on your nerves, invading your space, and you want time to yourself to do God knows whatever. When you should have said something day one.
I agree.
Boundaries are put in place for a reason. Use them. Utilize
Let's come up with some things. So how about hit her with the, so what you about to do? Hit her with that joint.
So I gotta go take my mom to the doctor early in the morning.
Yes, mamas have been an excuse, and they don't know their excuses. Mamas be clutch when it comes to excuses. Nah, my mom needs a prostate exam or something. Like, you just come up with something.
One that my husband said he used to use on girls. Man, you know what? I don't mean no harm, but I got to go get my kids. If something's going on with my kids.
I'm like you.
Now I don't want to have my kids around anybody yet. I'm not comfortable with it.
Or pull the joint the white kids used to tell me back in the day. My dogs don't like black people. Was y'all ever hit with that joint in the 80s?
No.
Yo, comment or hit us up at WRTR Radio if white people told you that back in the day.
Nobody's ever told me to get out. Let's be clear about that.
Ain't nobody ever told me to get out either.
All right.
There you. Okay, here we go. This one is from. Oh, okay. Shit, anonymous. Okay. Dear Lyric, my husband and I have been married for 3 years, together for 8. We have 2 kids together. Over the last year, he has changed a lot and has treated me very badly. He always frustrated with me, accusing me of not caring about him and things of that nature. He puts me down by saying I think I'm a good person, but I'm not. I noticed the changes in him and suspected he might be having an affair or using drugs. It turns out that he has been using drugs. I told him from the beginning that if he touched this certain drug, I would show him the door. He finally admitted the truth, but only because his older brother told me and he had no choice. He had a great job, which he quit after he refused the drug screening. I'm so upset and hurt by his lies and the drug abuse. He has been moved out for a little over a week now and hasn't even asked about the kids. Do you think this is grounds for a divorce, or should I try to help him through his addiction and let him come back home?
I'm sorry.
These people be pouring their hearts out. We just bust out laughing every week at them. Oh, you poor soul.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. So I don't know. It depends on where you're at in your life, sis. Like honestly, it sounded like your relationship was not what it used to be anyway. You said he was being negative. You said you didn't feel supported. You said that he was bad-mouthing you and he made you feel bad in the relationship. Now, I don't know any sane person that would be willing to be like, oh yeah, I want to put up with this because he's on drugs. No, that sounds like God is giving you your way out.
Like, girl,
it sounds like you have been given all of these red flags. You chose to ignore them. Now that this has happened, and this is one of the things that you said was just one of your boundaries, that if this happened, that you were done. Well, it sounds like you need to stand on business and go about your merry way and find somebody who's going to love you correctly. Ooh. That's what it sounds like to me.
All right now.
You're conflicted because you have kids. Like I say this to everybody, just because you have kids does not mean you have to stay together because of the kids. Why? No kids need to see a toxic relationship constantly, 24/7. Why I say that is because they're going to think that that's okay. Then they are going to take that in their relationships and start a brand new cycle. Break the cycle now for yourself. Break the cycle now for your kids. Move on and be healthy in a new relationship or not. Take some time to figure out who you want to be and who you are as a person before you even move forward in dating, if that's what you choose to do. That man's gonna get help when he feels like he wants to get help. I tell people this also. You can't help those who do not want to be helped. They have to want it for themselves, first and foremost. So that's my advice, girl.
All right now.
Wow. That was solid. All right. Dear Lyric, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm a new listener from Georgia and was trying my hand at seeking some new unbiased advice. And I know you guys tend to make me laugh, but also say some real shit that maybe I need to hear. For the past few years, I've been working in a demanding job that has caused me immense stress and burnout. The long hours, the high-pressure environment, and my constant demands have taken a toll on my physical and mental well-being. I've reached a point where I feel that continuing this job is no longer sustainable for my overall health and happiness. However, I find myself in a difficult situation. As a middle-aged woman with children and various adult obligations, I am financially tethered to my current job. The salary I earn is crucial in supporting my family and meeting our daily needs. The thought of leaving my job without a secure financial backup is daunting and fills me with anxiety. On one hand, I yearn for a change and healthier work-life balance. I dream of pursuing a career that aligns more with my passions and values, ones that brings me joy and fulfillment. On the other hand, I feel trapped by the responsibilities and obligations that come with being a parent and the sole provider for my family. I would greatly appreciate any advice or insights you could provide on how I can manage the financial aspect while still prioritizing my well-being and pursuing a career that brings me some satisfaction. Thank you for taking the time to read my letter. Warm regards, Lisa.
Okay, Lisa, this is what you need to do. Step out on faith. Okay? That's what you need to do. What I went through being at a stressful, toxic work environment caused me to have a mini stroke. I turned 40 last year. I had that happen to me in 2020. I think, 2020. That is something that you do not want to happen to you, to be so stressed out to the point where it affects your health, it affects your mental state. Why? Because that's going to translate to how you carry yourself at home. Then maybe your kids will take the brunt of whatever stress that you have on you. There are so many grants and so many programs that help single working mothers out here that you could take advantage of if you want to open up your own business. If you need some extra financial assistance, there's so many programs. What I recommend that you do is research whatever, I guess you said Georgia, research in Georgia what programs that they have, so you can get some assistance first and foremost. I want to say do not quit your job until you have found something to supplement it. Now, it might not be what you were making before, but you have to really evaluate what's worth it. You keeping this job and being miserable and possibly dying behind it and leaving your kids behind? Are you finding your happiness being healthy in a nice working environment and being able to take care of your kids? Wow. You have to learn how to balance some things out. Learn how to budget. There's some things that you might be spending that you can cut back. These are things that you need to take into consideration when you are making a career change. My vote is go for it, sis, because life is too short and you do not want to have these thoughts of regrets when you get older. Oh, I should have took this opportunity. I should have did this with my time. Do it now while you can. So that's what I think. That's what I would do. That's what I did do. And that's why I'm doing what I love now. So yeah. Here we are. Here we sit. That's all that I have, I believe, for this week.
I have one more.
Oh, you got one more? Okay.
Yes,
go ahead.
Do you?
Go ahead, then.
All right.
Oh, God. By his laugh, I can tell this is a doozy.
It's about to be ratchet.
This is from James. Okay. Dear Lyric. My ex has primary custody of our young daughter, and is with her 99% of the time. I have Callie every other weekend. Her mom has been dropping her off with a bag filled with wrapped presents. These presents are marked by day and hour. Along with the presents, my ex has created multiple alarms in our daughter's phone to let her know when it's time to open the presents. I have asked her to stop doing this as it is a huge distraction and disruption that interferes with my time with Callie. On multiple occasions when my daughter and I are eating dinner, her alarm goes off and she gets up and leaves the table to open a present from her mom. Sometimes she'll delay leaving the house if she knows it's almost time to open a present. Sometimes I turn off the alarm and silence Kylie's phone because she's not reminded about them. She doesn't care about the presents. However, what also happens is that her mom will text her or call our daughter to see if she has opened the presents. She has refused to stop this practice and replied by saying she will continue because it makes our daughter comfortable. Callie has been visiting my house for 10 months. This practice only started 3 months ago when my ex and I finally settled on our custody agreement. Besides turning off the alarms and silencing her phone, is there anything I can do to limit Callie's mother interfering during our time together?
Yes, take the whole phone. Like, what she need? She with her dad. She don't need a phone. Right. She's what, 6, 7? Why she got a phone anyway? Like, let's be clear. You don't need no damn phone. Take the phone and leave the damn bag with the presents in the damn car. Stop allowing her to just drop that shit off and do what she wants to in your household. See, that is the problem. Yes. And I can speak from experience. I ain't going to tell my story though, but that's the problem. She wants to run her household and she wants to run your household. Sir, you are the leader in your household. You decide what goes on and what does not go on. And you can only allow what you allow. So if you letting her drop this bag off and she doing it, it's because you allowed it. Sir, stop allowing it. Leave that bag in the car and be like, all right, thanks for my kid. Take her clothes and keep it moving.
Yep.
This is done on purpose.
Yeah, she's doing it on purpose. She's doing it on purpose.
And another thing, what I would recommend is the next time y'all have a court hearing, let the judge know that, hey, this is what I want. Get it on paper. So if she tries her hand again to be that invasive on your time with your daughter, document, and document again. And
drag her. Drag her.
It's easy. Like I don't understand why some of this stuff is common sense, boo-boo.
Right.
It really is. It really is. I don't know what else y'all want me to say on that. Get a court and document.
Well, you said take the phone. I was thinking the whole time, so just take the phone. And then you be like,
take the phone. Like, it's a phone. I'm sure you have lots of activities for her that can keep her occupied and stuff that y'all can do together. And then when y'all need your own space or whatever, I'm pretty sure you have things for her to do. Like, why is she sending? Is it her birthday? Is it Christmas? Like, every time that she comes over there, like,
right?
That's
exactly.
a ploy. That's a ploy. You're spoiling her. You're trying to pin one parent against another because mommy gives me everything that I want. I just come over here to see dad sometimes. Like, come on, like, stop using your kids as a ploy against the other child, against the other parent. I mean, it's tacky, it's classless, it's petty, like, it's all of those things. Like, stop it. Y'all got to do better. Learn how to co-parent in peace. Okay.
Drag them.
Okay. All right. That's all that I have for you guys this week. I appreciate y'all sending me y'all stories. As crazy as they are, I do enjoy reading them. Sometimes they are a little disturbing, but hey, you guys need the advice, so I'm here for it. Continue to send it to me at lyricbravado@gmail.com or DM me on my Twitter, my Instagram, or my Facebook at lyricbravado. Thank you.
All right.
It could be worse. You could have herpes. Anyways, up next.
I cannot.
Tigger Man's gonna troll the timeline, and y'all gonna stress him out with the bullshit. It's up next. Rolling with Tigger Man.
Bitch, when I tell you I rewinded that damn song so motherfucking fast. And the Barbs are saying, oh, well, that's the only comeback that people have. And I need y'all to understand that it's the only comeback that people need. To the extent that you, as an icon, decide to marry a sex offender, it is best not to argue with anyone. Because they're going to bring it up and it's always going to hit because, oh, Nico, why did you marry that man? Now, your name is involved in a lot of the mess surrounding the situation that made him a sex offender. And why were you spiraling before the song even came out? Baby was in full meltdown mode telling girls that their vagina smelled like dead dog. And those girls didn't even deserve that. One read an anonymous rumor that didn't even name Nikki directly. And the other one told her to remember that she's the legend that brought us Itty Bitty Piggy and that she doesn't have to act like this. Even her response to Meg doesn't do it for me because, baby, you dropped that 24 minutes after his came out. That means it was already in the chamber. You were preparing and waiting to mock that girl's shooting, hoping and praying that she would give you an opportunity to. And she's the shooter that you claim your husband is because she lined you motherfuckers up and aimed firing squad style. You can't even defend your brother and label because he's so lame that you wouldn't even give him the coochie he was begging you for on features. And everybody's talking about Nikki, and I hope you motherfuckers was listening too. Since it's featuring, y'all can go send him some mail. He'll see y'all in 10 years. Bye.
If it's on your timeline, he's already seen it. Time to troll with Tigger Man.
Hey, welcome to this week's segment of Trolling with your boy Tigger Man. Now, when I say I'm trolling social media for celebrity gossip, international news, local news, and also what's going on in your bedroom.
Pew.
All right. Ew.
I said pew.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so first I want to give a shout out to Nasty, Dirty, Sexy Red. If I'm not mistaken, I believe she just welcomed her baby into the world. I don't know if they're not saying if it's a boy or a girl. She haven't released the at least what she had released what she had yet, but she just recently dropped that load. So congratulations to her.
And the doctors are able to confirm that her pussy is in fact pink and her booty hole is indeed brown.
Brown.
Yes. It's in.
You stupid.
Ew.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure y'all heard about Drake. That video of Drake leaking.
Who did?
Well, somebody leaked that video of Drake pleasuring himself.
Do you think that somebody leaked it?
He said he leaked it.
I thought he said he leaked it.
He did say he put it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Put it out.
So,
see what you did there.
He put it out for the world to see. And so, of course, social media is just blowing up.
Blowing up.
With these pictures of him. So yeah. I'm tired of it. I'm tired every time I open up social media.
Open up.
They talk about it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
Woo.
I ain't gonna lie, it was hard to watch.
Hard to watch. I love this.
I cannot.
I love this job. Go ahead.
Okay,
He needed somebody to stroke his ego, I guess.
Stroke the ego.
So now it was just announced that Alicia Keys will be a featured guest at the Super Bowl during Usher's performance.
On top of piano.
Yes, TMZ has revealed it. The latest development in a highly anticipated performance. Sources close to the production confirms eyewitness accounts that Alicia Keys rehearsed with Usher inside of this stadium on Thursday.
Well, get me pregnant and climb on a piano. You better work, girl.
So I can't wait to see this. I hope this performance. Well, it's going to be good because Usher's an entertainer anyway. He can perform his ass off. So hopefully it'll be better than Rihanna's. Even though I love Rihanna, love her to death. That's my girl, but it could have been more to her performance. But I understand she was pregnant, so yeah, at the time. But yeah. We're gonna see what Usher's gonna do. Next, we have up Miss Jada Pinkett Smith. Hold on, my dog messed with me again.
Here we go. Here we go.
Just a few days ago, well, it was Friday. Jada had a terrifying incident go down in her Los Angeles home.
And he's confirming that shit.
He's like, no, somebody fuck with Jada, and I'm not having that shit. You know the fuck what? We're not gonna have this. Me, the Kibbles, the Bits, all of us. We pulling up.
We're done.
Jada. We're sick of their shit.
We're sick of your shit.
Your dog is pissed.
Oh my god, just ruining my whole thing.
He said, fuck that bitch.
Anyway, like I said, Jada had a terrifying incident go down in her Los Angeles home earlier this week. Cops say the two men climbed onto her balcony while she was inside. Yes, the two guys climbed to her balcony while she was inside. Wow. Law enforcement said that the men were wearing hoodies that attempted to break into her place a little before 8 p.m., thinking that the coast was clear. But we were told that they were scared off by Jada Pinkett. So she scared them off.
Yeah, they were scared off. She went full on Matrix. What was the name of her character in Matrix? That bitch showed up with them little puffs in her head.
What was it? Neat something. I forgot that.
The little Bantu knots. Didn't she have the Bantu knots in her head? That's right, girl. Do your thing.
Yes.
Niobe or something. Yeah, that's what it was.
So yeah, once she saw them, I guess she scared them off. She called the police. By the time the police got there, of course, they were nowhere in sight. They were gone. It says that she was there by herself. Of course, Will wasn't with her because they had been separated for supposedly a couple of years now. So she was at home by herself, but she's safe. Wow. Ain't nothing happened to her. Okay, so now we have, of course, Nicki Minaj and the Megan Thee Stallion, whole little beef thing or whatever. So believe it was sometime last week or so. She did an interview. She sat down with Gail King, and of course the whole Megan situation came up, and she stated that Megan just wanted to have a Rihanna moment, like that whole thing that happened with her between her and Chris Brown. And so she was just like, Megan just wanted to have a Rihanna moment about getting the shot in the foot and all the other stuff with Tory Lanez. And so Rihanna caught whiff of it.
I'm sure.
And said,
basically Rihanna was just like, don't put my name in nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with this. She just separated her ties with Nicki Minaj. She ain't got nothing else to do with Nicki Minaj. She's not talking no more to Nicki Minaj, because they were supposed to be good friends or whatever. But she cut ties with her now, and she says she's in full support of Megan. So
Nicki has talked her way out of a lot of shit with this little sneak diss or whatever she tried to do, or this revenge, or what was the point? She wasn't even talking about you to begin with, so I don't get it.
First of all, Megan got on that podcast, I think it was Breakfast Club, and specifically said she's not naming any names, but a hit dog will fucking holler.
She said a hit dog will holler.
So who was the first bitch to go wolf?
Of course, Nicki.
So you felt threatened by her bar, the bar in question, Megan's Law. Which, if y'all don't know and y'all was living under a rock, it's about sex offenders having to register in their state when they move.
So let me tell you something. I think this came from a barb. It had to, because Nicki doesn't strike me as the kind of person that would be like, Megan's Law, what's she trying to say? No, somebody said, she said Megan's Law, and then Nicki looked at the computer or looked at her phone and was like, Megan's Law, let's get like
I'm pretty
it
sure
happened.
That's probably what happened.
I'm sorry,
I'm pretty
Lear.
sure that's what happened.
It might be, but
somebody called
at the end of the day, nobody told you to marry that man.
Exactly.
You made that decision on your own. Okay,
and it's not.
This is public knowledge.
She didn't even say nothing bad. She really didn't say nothing bad.
No, and she didn't say anything that was incorrect, though.
But she did say, say in her rap, her after she said the Megan's Law, and she was just like, and I don't even know why she mad at me. She said, I don't know what she mad at me for.
Wow.
So she said, but anyways.
Oh well.
So speaking of Megan.
Okay.
Megan has just announced she signed a new distribution deal with Warner Music. The H-Town hottie shared the exciting news with fans, noting that the partnership will allow her to remain independent.
All right.
But more excitingly, Megan will also take ownership of her masters and publishings. Additionally, the agreement also enables Megan to release her music through her independent entertainment entity, Hot Girl Productions, while simultaneously working with Warner Music and its affiliates.
Okay.
This means that Megan will gain access to Warner Music global services, including distribution, radio promotions, and marketing.
But you know what? Internet deaded record labels. I'm gonna be honest with you, because now any and everybody, you don't need a whole promotional team. All you need is your strong name and your ability to tweet, Instagram or Facebook something, and everybody is going to know by word of mouth and by word of social media that your shit is out. So record labels need to tread lightly anyways, but that's my own opinion.
So congrats to Megan. This is the first she's the first to sign this type of agreement. So out of any of the other music entertainers, she's the first to do this. So congrats to her.
Yes,
on that, and keep it moving. Okay, next up, Balenciaga has officially.
We don't know her ever again in life.
Balenciaga, you don't like Balenciaga?
First of all, did you not know what they did?
Hold on, what they do?
Just a few months ago?
No.
Hell no.
You're not into all that stuff, so but go ahead. What happened?
Okay, so they did the promo shoot for their new line, but it was like heavily child exploited. It was weird. Y'all, why do y'all have kids in like leather? With the little teddy bears and the little whips and change outfits and shit like that, and like no, bro, no, y'all that sex trafficking, child molestation shit. Like anybody got time for that? Fuck that brand. Yeah, I said it. Fuck Balenciaga.
It is, and it's gross. And I looked at it, I just shook my head because I've never been into, big labels like that anyways. Right, exactly. But it's just the fact that all these people are out here promoting and I got my Balenciaga, I got da. You got some gays walking around talking about my name's John Balenciaga. You got
part of a house,
all of these.
That's part of a house.
Exactly. But see, you're tethering yourself to a name that's whatever. Yeah. Okay, sure.
But anyway, they just unveiled Kim Kardashian as their latest ambassador.
Well, that's fitting.
She said,
now that you think about it, that's so fitting.
Let's talk more. Let's talk a little bit more about that because I have a whole last problem with all these.
Here we go.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
What you mean, white people?
No, us.
Oh, you mean niggas? Oh, okay.
Yes, I have a whole problem with y'all putting all y'all money and investing into these designers who don't even want your black ass in their products to begin with. Let's talk about that. Okay, Tommy Hilfiger himself has came out and said, "I don't make clothes with black people."
He did say that. He sure did. He sure did.
A lot of these designers feel that same way, but y'all still willing to put y'all black dollars into a company that don't even fucking fuck with you.
Yep.
Oh, them black dollars in a circle.
That's why I'm like, if y'all really like took the time to really be serious about the shit y'all just be putting on Instagram and shit like that, like these boycotting shits, let's take our black dollar and not do. If everybody really fucking did that one day, you would see how much of an impact we would cause. Companies would fucking crumble.
They would. We're the
consumers of bullshit.
We are. They really, and people don't even realize the power in the black dollar. Why do you think everybody wants it? Because everybody's low key stealing, backbiting from us anyways. So if we deem your shit popular, people just gonna go take what we've done with it, white it up, and sell it at large. It's what they do.
Yeah,
it's what they've been doing forever. Look at music. Look at never mind. I'm sorry, not my segment. Go ahead.
Anyway,
we got to talk more about this shit. Man.
Okay, so next up we got Snoop Dogg and Master P. Okay.
Do we?
So Snoop Dogg and Master P are accusing Walmart of shelving their Snoop cereal, but not on the main floor.
I saw this video.
A new lawsuit accuses the grocery giant and Post Foods of intentionally hiding their product.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Revelation's attorney officially filed documents obtained on Tuesday, which allege Walmart and Post conspired together to bury their broadest food company after agreeing to partner with them. According to the suit, Post first attempted to buy out Snoop and Master P and later pretended to share their vision by agreeing to adopt the cereal as one of their own and distribute the product in big name retailers such as Walmart.
They was pissed. They was going through that Walmart in the back. They was snatching stuff off the shelf.
They had boxes in the back that had already expired.
Right.
Yep. I said,
y'all ain't shit for that. And I've been in Walmart plenty times.
So this is
I like those rollback prices. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. Listen, this is now the third week
I ain't never
in a row.
seen that cereal ever in my life.
I've never seen it either.
Listen, this is the third week in a row we've dragged Walmart on this show alone.
Right.
The third week. Third week. Get it together, Walmart. What the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
discrimination.
You supposed to be clutch for the poor man. Now you starting to do some caucasity. we sick of this shit now.
Right, exactly. A whole mess. Okay, so speaking of speaking of Kim Kardashian again.
No, why?
Oh, no.
This is in regards to Usher. Usher has hopped aboard Kim Kardashian undergarment train.
I'm sorry.
Undergarment called, what is it called?
Skims.
Yeah. He's just the most recent star to partner up with her and promote her Skims line. And in his little promotion, they were showing him all shirtless with the new boxer briefs by Skims. Y'all haven't seen that on social media? Scams, yeah.
It should have been called.
And he was holding a peach in his hand.
Yeah, ever since that alleged herpes thing,
you know what?
I'm not very inclined to want to see Usher in nobody's drawers.
I cannot.
But okay, sure, Kim. Yeah, definitely for Kim's draws.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm saying.
Okay. Now, next up, we got Judge Mathis.
Oh, that's my bad.
Judge Mathis.
Did he do something problematic?
Nah, he ain't do nothing problematic, but he spoke on Cat Williams and Monique.
Why?
Interview. So it says Cat Williams and Monique sharing their truth on Club Shay Shay was the worst possible move for the Black community.
There you go. I could have told you that.
That's what he says. The man has been paid to have an honest gauge on uneasy situations, lethal, ethical, and otherwise. And according to
Shay Shay.
According to Judge Mathis, he rules that all this mudslinging stinks. Mathis held court on his Instagram page and called for an end to the recent what is that, missiles? Yeah, missiles launched in the public eye amongst Black entertainers.
Okay.
He didn't single out Cat or Mo by name, but the social media space has been in shambles since Cat's interview that aired on January 3rd, and also Monique's whole interview also. So he was just basically saying this is ridiculous. We should not be doing this. He said it's an embarrassment to Black culture.
I don't think so.
Me either. Because how is it embarrassing to expose something that was wrong, that you feel was wrongfully done? Everybody else gets a space and a place to say something. So why is it that when Black people speak up, then we're automatically, labeled as some kind? There's always a negative connotation whenever a Black person says something. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it.
This is why I said what I said on my TikTok. I said 2024 needs to be the year of accountability. I'm sick of, and that's a stigma in the Black community, yo.
That's what she was saying.
It's a stigma in the Black community that everything needs to be swept under a rug and hush hush. That's what Monique was saying. That's not how you heal from anything. Speak your truth and let it go. Now, if you keep on egging it on and beating a dead horse with it, that's one thing. Yeah. But there's no problem with saying what somebody has done to you, how that shit made you feel, and how you were able to move forward from it. What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that at all. That's what Monique was saying. That's exactly what she was saying. She talked about Oprah Winfrey like a dog. She talked about Oprah Winfrey like a dog, and she talked about Tyler Perry like a dog.
Well,
she mentioned a few other people too, like Tiffany Haddish and she went on what's his daggone name? The short comedian?
Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart. She went on Kevin Hart too. She said
I respect it.
She said he played the hell out of me. What he did. She was telling everything. I said, damn.
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but when I saw Shannon Sharp, I was like, probably not.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
Yeah. I was watching it yesterday, but I haven't finished watching it yet. But I watched most of it so far. And
did you hear what D.L. Hughley said to her?
Oh God!
Now they're going back and forth.
I saw clips of when his response to her whole interview. She was just like, she lying. She was like, she's straight up lying, and some more stuff he said.
How is she lying when Lee Daniels himself apologized.
Yeah, Lee Daniels. She said that no, about the situation that occurred between DL and her.
I don't believe. First of all, he said his own daughter was lying about their little situation too. Like, let's stop it. Let's stop it.
So you know the fuckboy accent. So you know a fuckboy accent, like when you can literally hear somebody that's lying, and you be like, yeah, that accent. That whole interview was in a fuckboy accent. Totally
I
heard
said,
it.
wow. I was like, oh my god. But yeah,
Anybody got time for him?
She is, but she straight dogged Oprah out. Oprah and Tyler. And then she was talking about the whole how she recorded Tyler on the phone saying he made up that lie about her being a difficult person to work with and all that stuff. She had it on recording. And she said she was talking to Shannon. She was talking to Shannon, and he was like, she was saying, you heard it, right? You heard it. He said he lied, he made it up. And then Shannon goes, but you was wrong. Why you record that? And she was like, what you mean why I record?
A receipt, baby. Everybody in this motherfucker calling me a liar, saying I'm doing too much. Yeah. Here go the receipt.
She was like, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. You heard on there, he said he lied, but yet you turn around and say, why I recorded. I was wrong for recording.
Right.
Again, a black woman speaks her truth, and we automatically turn the victim into the daggone wrong party. So it's just like, y'all just hate women. Just admit that. Y'all hate women.
Thank you.
You just hate women.
I literally just said this shit last night. Literally just said
you do, because at this point it's obvious you hate women. Every time a woman speaks up for herself, you do everything in your power to try to sweep her under the rug and shit like that. And this one, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to talk about this stuff on Real Talk, like
you
for
said
real.
What?
I can go all day.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay, and last up I have Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's father. Okay, so JC. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you all saw on the Grammys after Jay-Z won his award, his whole little speech he said up there and about Beyonce not winning album of the year or whatever. She's won the most Grammys out of anybody, but she has never won the album of the year or whatever.
Hey, Taylor Swift.
Right. So
because I got a dragon for your ass next, but go ahead.
So Jay-Z says the Recording Academy is at fault for Beyonce never winning the top prize at the Grammys. But Beyonce's father says her own record label is also contributing to the snub. Matthew Knowles
did you call him Messy Knowles?
I said Matthew Knowles.
Oh.
I did not say Matthew.
Same difference.
I could have sworn he said Messy Knowles.
No,
it wasn't like it was a misnomer.
Matthew claims Beyonce record label Columbia Records isn't doing its part behind the scenes, suggesting that it's not going to bat for her when it comes to the voting process or the lobbying involved for award shows. As Matthew explained, record labels can only support one artist per category, which becomes an issue when artists from the same label are nominated for the same award. As has been with the case of Beyonce at least twice. Matthew says that this exact scenario played out back in 2017 when Beyonce and Adele, who is also signed to Columbia, were both nominated for Album of the Year. Matthew claims that Columbia Records threw its support behind Adele, and she ended up trumping B for the Grammy. Harry Styles is also a Colombian. Harry Styles is also from. You don't know who Harry Styles is?
I don't know who that is.
And last year he also beat out Beyonce for Album of the Year. Matthew says there are all sorts of reasons a record label will support one artist over another. He broke down a few of them, while also pointing out it's not.
Right.
While always pointing out it is not always about the music itself. So he said he's not. So basically, he was just saying it's not the Grammy's fault. It's the actual record label's fault.
So your daddy them hyped up. Okay, so at this point, Y'all, when a woman capes for herself, y'all hate. When a man capes for his woman, y'all still hate. Again, y'all hate women. Let's put it out there. You hate. Y'all hate women. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And at this point, I wouldn't even want that shit no more. Because if she was to win it next year, everybody would say, "Oh, it's because it was such a big deal last year."
Yep. That's crazy.
That's the name. That's the title of this show. Y'all hate women.
Y'all hate women. Well, anyway, that wraps it up for this week's segment of Trolling with your boy Tigger Man.
Taylor Swift, bend that ass over. You about to get it smacked. Up next on the Caucasity.
So, being homeless is illegal. Feeding and clothing the homeless is illegal. The rent is astronomically high. Mortgage rates are astronomically high. People can't afford to buy a home. We got to pay student loans back, or they're going to garnish your check, your wages, leading you to be homeless. It's illegal to have roommates, and there are states where it's illegal to have roommates, unless they're your family. They don't pay you enough on the job to keep up with the wage of living, a livable wage. Childcare is basically like paying a second mortgage if you have multiple children, or even one. And if you're homeless, you get jailed. Or you're eliminated, because I'm not going to forget what happened in San Francisco where they rounded up all them homeless people and we ain't heard from them since. I'm not going to forget about that. They have millions of illegal immigrants crossing the border, getting bussed out to all the states on our dime. They're giving them housing, food, clothes, money. But if we're homeless, American citizens are homeless, they're giving them child care, they're giving them medical care, education. But if we're homeless because we can't afford to live, food and gas is sky high. I just keep adding things. But homelessness is becoming illegal. So what does that mean? Let's not forget they're building tons of super prisons, these huge state-of-the-art prisons for billions of dollars. I'm telling y'all, they are trying to punish or eliminate the non-compliant parts of society. They are criminalizing everything so that they can lock you up. And the ones that cannot keep up, or the low-tier people, they're either going to eliminate you or lock you up. That is the final goal. Slavery. I made a video about this already. Slavery. Slavery for those that are non-compliant. Slavery for those that are at the lower part of the totem pole. Criminalizing everything. And, hold on. Mind you, in Atlanta and other states, they are giving so much more power to the police to arrest you over absolutely nothing if they decide to. They're giving them the choice on their own judgment to arrest you on certain things. And these are big things. If you're outside where they're protesting, they can choose to arrest you. And these are things that are going in a bill to be passed. It's already passed, like the lower Senate, and it's going up to the Supreme Court. And it's not just protesting. It's like a whole plethora of things that are impeding on our freedom of speech and our rights as American citizens terribly. And I do mean terribly. And I'm thinking, where are they going to put all these people? The jails are overcrowded. All of them are overcrowded. Where are they going to put these people? But then I thought, and I said, wait, they're building all these super prisons. That's where they're going to put everybody. We in trouble.
Marcus has your glimpse into a world without seasoning.
So here we go. All right, y'all. I'm starting a list, right, of the people we just simply won't discuss anymore because they're either irrelevant, they're underage, for clowning, or we just suspect that, they might be a little, there might be something psychological going on. So we're just going to, not add to whatever they got going on. And one of these people is that white woman y'all kept complaining about seeing over and over during the Ravens game. What's her name again? Oh yeah, Taylor Swift. So
I was going to say something about her.
Go ahead.
That was going to be one of my why.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, because I've said it before, and I guess I've made jokes and stuff online, and people feel a certain type of way about me saying things about Taylor Swift, and I am going to explain to y'all why I do not actually fuck with Taylor Swift.
Oh shit!
And then I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to say her name. Y'all can, and each time y'all will get the who, because there's just certain people I just don't talk about anymore. So Taylor. So I believe that every demographic of people. Well, let me get to it. But I believe that every demographic of people, every person needs somebody that they can identify with. I do. Somebody needs, everybody needs that will be me one day moment. And I'm good with that. My issue with Taylor is that she's that for, I guess, the white girls, but she's that for the wrong reasons. Taylor Swift promotes herself to be this pop icon, and she tries to stand, parallel to Beyonce. Can't. No matter how much white people want this to happen. And you just talked about it in your segment. And it's just yet another example of why Taylor Swift, she's not talented. Have you listened to her music? She's just not good. I'm not saying that she does not have bops. Hold on. But what I'm saying is that her business sense, her overall, everything about Taylor Swift is about money. She pays to be in your face on these platforms at a Ravens game. Why are we seeing more about what's going on, Taylor Swift picking her nose, than we see about what's going on the field of any given game? Why is Travis taken to the blogs and talking about, if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, I'm going to propose to you and all this other stuff? Why is it that every time women like Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian, they absolutely do nothing, but they're rich. And because they're rich, they put themselves constantly in the faces of demographics that they aren't a part of. Taylor, does she have some bops? Yes. But is Taylor a standalone? Without the music, can Taylor hold a note? Can she?
No comment.
Up next to Beyonce. Just be real. Just be realistic.
Hell no.
Exactly.
No.
But you constantly want to put her on this platform. She's stolen things from Michael Jackson. That award on the year that he died. She piped her little ass up there. Just, oh my God. She does that goofy ass. Oh my God.
I can't believe I won.
Oh my God.
And they show.
And you paid.
When she won.
And it's fake.
They show. I think it was Harry Styles sitting down in the
Oh.
chair after she got off. After she said her speech, the camera went to Harry. I think it was Harry Styles, and you see his mouth say, "Bullshit. That's bullshit."
So even your friends know. Even your friends know that you are not talented. Now, I'm not saying that she doesn't have bops. Don't get me wrong. Do not misquote me. She has bops. But is she a pop artist? No. She would be like that person that did something. Oh, yeah, I did a pop song one time. That kind of thing. But for her to constantly be painted as a pop star for doing absolutely nothing, your talent is not in your vocal ability. Your talent is in your wallet or your purse or your daddy's wallet or purse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what daddy got. But anyways, it's not she's not a pop artist. And I don't respect people like her, like the Kim Kardashians that constantly pay to be in the media Like, goddamn, y'all remember when poor Northwest was a baby and they kept dragging her ass out to all them fashion shows and she kept tearing everything up, like screaming to bloody murder because the goddamn Kardashians wanted to be in front of the camera all of the time, and Kim sitting there just striking a pose for all the cameras as she's sitting there trying to parent. That's that bullshit. And I'm sick of people. It is that bullshit. And I'm sick of people trying to pay their way into a title that they didn't earn.
Pay their way into fame. Yeah.
Yes, you are. And it's just awful. And then for other people like Krishan that want to sit around, and Krishan and goddamn just hilarious that people think that just because they're from Maryland that we're supposed to support, but can't seem to keep their goddamn mouth shut. Girl, you're pretty. Girl, you have a talent. Do that. Stay in that lane, because every time you attempt to say something philanthropic, you sound like an idiot. Just saying. And that is the caucasity. Well, not Krishan, but Taylor Swift is the caucasity of this week.
Oh no, it was Ed Sheeran. It was Ed Sheeran. Don't know
who that is. Don't know who
the redhead guy.
The redhead guy.
He
said that's bullshit.
You know who that is.
I never met him. Second half of the show is up next on WRTR, Real Talk Radio. The caucasity.
Queer history is Black history, and Black history is American history. So let me introduce y'all to some of our elders and ancestors. Ancestors like Frances Thompson, a formerly enslaved Black trans woman who is believed to be the first trans person to testify before Congress. Frances was an anti-rape activist who was a survivor of the Memphis Massacre when she was gang assaulted by a mob of white men. And she played a central role in getting the government to enact legislation that protected the civil rights of newly emancipated Black people. Unfortunately, Frances passed away in 1876, a few months after she got out of prison. She was arrested for cross-dressing and forced into a male prison where she was also abused. Moving on to the icon, Storm de la Vie. Storm was a gay rights activist and a drag performer who is believed to have thrown the punch that ignited the Stonewall Uprising. She was a groundbreaking performer who was a part of the first racially integrated drag group, and she embraced androgyny off the stage too, which was a rarity at that time. And with all due respect, she was fine. Storm was affectionately known as the Rosa Parks of the gay community, and she continued her advocacy until she passed away at the age of 93 in 2014. And lastly, we have the grandfather of Vogue, Willie Ninja. Vogue was a dance form that was already in existence, but Willie brought it to a level of skill and visibility that earned him the nickname. Like many of our elders, Willie took on the role of mother to young queer people in his community that were searching for protection and guidance, and he founded the House of Ninja in 1982. Willie was also a pioneer in the world of fashion and music. He's part of the reason why Naomi Campbell has that sturdy-ass strut. Willie's story is outlined in Paris is Burning, a documentary that I consider a must-watch for queer people. It provides insight into the 1980s ballroom culture through the perspective of Black and Latinx performers. I've seen it about 40 times and I'm about to make it 41.
Take us to work. Take us on the go. Take us wherever you go. WRTR, Real Talk Radio.
All right, we're back. We're Black, and welcome to the second half of the show here on WRTR, Real Talk Radio. So, have y'all been watching our, if you haven't, we, invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, and apparently it gets views, like thousands of views and, comments and stuff that I just don't check because I'm not a YouTuber, but because we started putting the show on YouTube, I guess people have started to listen by way of there, which thank you to all of y'all listening in on YouTube. But to all y'all knuckle dragging ass people that want to sit there and put nasty ass comments and our Black History posts and such. A big, huge fuck you to each one of you, because that is like the stuff that was put. I don't mind a negative comment. I don't mind criticism, but to like some of the stuff that y'all saying is just wrong. Like, you like I put up a post. It was a joke about Trump. People want to, just some of the hateful things said. I was gonna go through each comment and dissect it and drag them, but why? Who cares? So how was your week?
Do some.
You said I can do. I think I deleted the screenshots, but I'll try to find them. Tell us about your week while I do that.
My week has been real chill, actually.
Has it?
Not too much going on. Some like rehearsals.
I know that's right.
Getting ready for this show on the 18th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Saturday the 18th, right?
Oh, I got 2 actually.
All right, you better
Let me
go off.
Because guess who ain't gonna be the only one booked and busy?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So on the 17th, I have a show at Martini's, and then I have one on the 18th at Throw Social.
Nice.
So that's what I've been in preparation for this week. And again, this week coming up, I have some rehearsals for that as well. So busy.
Nice. Ticket Man, your week?
Oh, my week has been it's been chill too. Other than work has actually been draining me a little bit because doing all this training people, so it's just like nerve-wracking. But other than that, my week has been going pretty well so far. Supposed to be going to a 70s party later on today, so I got my bell bottoms, my big collar shirt, my big afro, my shades, and some goddamn platforms. I tried to walk in them joints and almost broke my ankle.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
Well,
so I'm gonna snap some pictures and send them to y'all.
Okay.
So y'all
looking
can
forward.
laugh at me.
Aw.
And you?
Shit. My week is the same. People at work tried to get on my nerves. I had to. Yeah. I'm not even going there.
Who you had to cuss out this week? That's what we should be asking.
Exactly.
Who you had to cuss this week?
I do not cuss people out. I do not. People, they act out, and I just, show them the right way. So there you go.
I guess.
Anywho, okay, I found a couple of the screenshots. All right. So one, should I be saying people's names? Okay, whatever. Anyway, somebody put up now the stuff that is political, and they'll be like, Trump forever, yada yada yada, fine. But then y'all be saying stuff like Trump 2024 can't even defend Biden anymore, but you can defend Trump. Like what? I mean, what was the purpose of that particular comment? So I mean, you're talking about Biden can't. Trump, who is literally right now in legal trouble. This is the person that legal trouble for treason, mind you, is the person that you want to run your country.
That's how you know America is fucked up. They don't give a damn about nothing.
Somebody put Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, Yellow Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. Wake up, people. This is a hate group. Quit spreading hate, people. So let's read.
Who's a hate group? They said we're a hate group?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's why we hate your ass. How about that?
Let's address this because I think we already did. Okay. So y'all have a problem when people speak up for themselves and say, hey, this isn't right. So black people, when we say, again, the fact that a term that literally just says Black Lives Matter, it does not say Black Lives Only Matter. It does not say only everything that ain't black matter. It's very clear. It's saying Black Lives Matter. We didn't put comma 2 on there because we thought that it was implied. We thought that this was implied. But for some reason, y'all wooden tooth-ass bitches did not seem to get it in your minds that we're not saying that your life doesn't matter. We're reiterating that our lives do because somehow we keep ending up dead and y'all can forget. Y'all just forget. So we go, hey, tap, tap, hey, girl. So, we'd like for you to stop killing us. And for whatever reason, y'all have found it in your hearts to find offense in this. And you're like, what do you mean Black Lives Matter? What about my life? Bitch, it's not about you. You're not out here getting murdered by the tens and thousands every single day for just being
the
black.
color of your skin.
Not.
Right. But you know what it is? It's people don't care. They want to remain in their ignorance.
Exactly.
I think
that's the
even though common sense ain't common, which is, I could say, a good percentage of the people who didn't understand the Black Lives Matter slogan. I think a lot more people just are comfortable with the way things are. They don't care. Like, we've gotten to a point in society where people actually turned a blind eye to somebody getting shot in the street. It doesn't faze anybody no more. Like 10, 20 years ago, it was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening.
And now it's just because this happens so much. It's just like,
become new normal.
Yeah.
So then there's this comment from a white woman, because it's in her profile picture. She goes by the name Truly Treasured on YouTube. She comments, she says, rioting and looting isn't our thing. So yeah.
Who
Ashley
said that?
Babbitt? Ashley Babbitt? Ashley Babbitt.
I've seen so many like news clippings and actual videos that they don't post on the news from like social media and stuff, that it happens to be like the Caucasian people who are like running bricks through their stores and stealing, and it's at alarming rates. Oh my God. Like,
I mean, can you believe them? They are so like savage because these guys, they like go out. Oh my God. Like one time, this one like white guy, or I mean, he was kind of orange. He got on the internet, right? And he told all of the white people, he was like, hey, go down to the Capitol and turn that bitch out. And like all of the girls, they collected their things, they got their wigs in a bag, and they trotted down to the motherfucking Capitol building. And do you know that these savages went through and were like going through people's offices and calling people's names out? And like one bitch named Ashley Babbitt.
I totally heard about that. And guess what those savages did? They were actually stealing things from these people's offices.
They are so barbaric.
Videos at home with all of their stuff that they stole. Like, who does that?
Oh my God. I would never. Oh my God.
Bitch, please.
This is why Black Lives Matter, because, you know.
That's not a us thing. So that wasn't y'all? Okay.
It wasn't her.
It's y'all all the time.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. All races have done it. So don't give me that bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers was the biggest televised riot in American history. Fuck out of here.
Not to mention the fact.
That's not a us thing.
And then we're marching and we're rioting and all this other stuff. We're protesting when we are killed. Y'all do that shit when your favorite team loses a goddamn sports event.
Exactly.
So, I mean, really. I mean, the list goes on. So, please, let's not go there. Don't comment on our shit if you just don't.
I'm gonna find her ass.
We hate you.
Actually, yeah.
I can't deal with that stupidity shit.
Yeah. But you know what? Do comment on our stuff because, you know, it gives us an engagement. Hate click is still a click. Anyways, want to know why? Guess what? It's up next. The Watt Files on WRTR, Real Talk Radio.
Are straight males not allowed to go to a lesbian bar?
Allowed? Yes. Welcome? Fuck no. At least not by me. Context, this is a straight woman who was invited to a lesbian bar by her friend, and then she proceeded to invite her friend, a straight man. A lesbian who was there that night has since made a video about how that man predictably acted like a dickhead, and when she confronted him, his female friends verbally attacked her. Now, a lot of lesbians are sharing their experiences with disrespectful and aggressive behavior from straight men who were brought to lesbian spaces by straight women. I've had experiences like this too. So my answer will always be no, straight men do not belong in lesbian bars. Queer spaces are designed to provide safe havens in a society that ostracizes the LGBTQ community. Our elders fought to preserve these spaces when they were subject to police raids and other indignities. These spaces are dwindling. There are currently only 27 lesbian bars in the entire United States. So do I think we have a right to gatekeep in this instance? You can bet your bottom dollar, Annie. Now, I know a lot of straight women go to queer bars because you also desire a space that's free of straight men. That's because y'all know that a great deal of men do not know how to act around women, especially when they've been drinking. This is times 12 when it comes to queer women, and when y'all bring them around anyway, it often creates the very danger that we're trying to escape. And in general, can we have a crumb? There are plenty of spaces in the world for straight people, especially straight men, to go out and have fun. May we have a spot of porridge, please, sir?
Why do you have roaches?
The Why File.
Why do my children hate me?
On WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Why did my vagina burn?
The truth is out there.
Explaining the unexplained. We're answering why to the questions you want to know. We take your tweets at WRTR Radio. We take your emails at WRTRradio@gmail.com. And you can hit us up on Facebook at Facebook.com/WRTR Real Talk Radio. This is the Wi-Files. Remember, the truth is out there. Who's going first? Lyric got a sinister grin. Yeah. What's that grin about?
My why comes from me because fuck asking y'all shit. Why do we continue to make the most idiotic and stupid ass people fucking famous? Why?
Why?
I don't know. Because Just Hilarious needs a job, I guess.
Listen, people you don't talk about no more.
Oh, my bad.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No, for real, because I'm sick of it. Like, every time I pop up on my social media, there's some idiot that is on there. And people are following this stuff. And it's just like, why are you following this idiot ass fucking person? Like, for what? Like, they're not adding anything to the culture. As a matter of fact, you're more of an embarrassment than anything. You setting us back like 50 years. Like, I just don't understand that. You're not a good role model. Not to say that parents shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, making sure, but we're in a new age. Kids have internet nowadays. Kids see shit that they shouldn't see nowadays. And you got this bitch on here glorifying sucking dick and pussy popping on a handstand, and then you got 6-year-old Keisha who's singing that shit. And then her mom who hyping her up, making videos. Like, we gotta stop doing this type of shit, man. We come from kings and queens, and y'all motherfuckers here acting like motherfucking poppers and shit. Like, come on, bro. It's sad to see, like, all up and down my timeline. We gotta have more respect for each other.
Get your 6-year-old's happy trail off the internet.
Like, for real. Like, it's for real. I'm sick of it. Like, stop making stupid ass motherfuckers famous, y'all.
Right.
Let's start there.
Exactly.
Why? Because the truth is motherfucking out there.
Okie dokie. This one comes from Reggie from Philly. He said, oh God, Reggie from Philly sent in something problematic. So let's read about it. He wants to know, quote unquote, why females get mad and put dudes on child support when they don't want to be with them. They be trying to punish men when they don't want to be with them.
What?
That's what he said. So,
well, all right.
Reggie wants to know why women are putting dudes on child support when they don't want to be with them.
I mean, I have to know the logistics for this shit too, though, because are you doing anything to help this said child in the first place? If you're not, and I mean, rightfully so, child support it is.
Exactly, Reggie. Let's be honest. So you didn't put much effort into your education, or at least Senate structure. So let's start there. So we're going to start there, and then we're going to move into the fact that, well, you know, it takes two people to raise a child. And I'm sorry, it takes two people to create a child. I don't know what science is doing, but, well, let's just go by the basic method, right? Two people, childbearing, or childbearing by one. That woman then has the baby, brings that life into the world. That baby then feeds from that mother. She has everything in her body to nourish her baby. Until that baby gets a little bit older. Until that baby starts shitting. Until that baby gets hungry again.
I cannot.
Hold on.
I cannot.
Okay.
Wait.
I cannot.
So then expenses come into play, right?
Did you just say it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then expenses come into play, right? And it's a thing where you throwing me off, you dying laughing. But it's a thing where, like, really? She putting you on child support because your ass ain't sitting there supporting your child. If you can prove that you have supported your child, a judge isn't going to look at that and go, well, but do you want to be with her? No? Let me court order that. They're not going to do that. You have to support your child.
Yep.
You can't just go out here. Y'all are just weird. Y'all want to be raw dogging, shooting up the clubs, spraying the walls, whatever y'all doing these days, and don't want to then handle the responsibility. Then people are victimized. Then women are chastised for, yet again, speaking up for themselves. Y'all just hate women. See the name of this show? You got all full circle. Mm-hmm. Why? Because the truth is out there.
Yeah.
What you got, Tigger Man? Or was yours the Taylor Swift?
Mine was
thing?
the whole Taylor Swift. Why every time I cut on the TV or go on social media, the first thing I see is Taylor Swift ass?
But did y'all see those memes?
I'm tired.
Did y'all see those memes that they had of her around Baltimore? They had her in front of Melba's place, which is like this dive bar for, like for bisexual, gay and straight people. It's like one of those mixing pots. They had her all over the place, and people were going, "Oh, you could tell this is photoshopped." I'm like, "Dumbass, of course it's photoshopped." Yeah. You don't get the joke. The joke is that she is everywhere. She's just going to be posted everywhere, and she's going to be there with some goofy look, which is what she did. But people don't get that because they're not paying attention.
Right. Exactly.
I have another why.
What's that?
My why comes from Black History Month.
Oh, Lord.
Why is it only 28 and now 29 days?
Black History Month wants to know, how come white people always try to take credit for Black things that have always been in existence? Like how Taylor Swift boyfriend had to get on the internet and let people know that he did not indeed come up with the fade. The fade has always been in existence.
We've been doing that for years.
Hold on. Stop. Pause. Somebody said what? No. All of my notifications, if it says Taylor Swift, it does not come through on my phone, so I don't see a lot of stuff.
The media, somebody made a report about, what's his name, Kelsey? Is his name Kelsey?
Chelsea.
Okay, saying that haircut is now the most requested haircut. He has a fade.
A fade. Our haircut.
So they're trying to insinuate that he made, like, instead of canceling out fade, they're trying to call it the Kelsey haircut.
Yes, Kelsey haircut.
So he had to get on Beyonce's internet and be like, "Oh nah," because he didn't want that smoke.
Yep.
And let people know that no, I did not come up with this haircut.
No, y'all, I got this from niggas.
I asked my barber to give me. Let's not do that. And you better be fucking lucky you did that, because y'all seen what happened to Kim when she tried to, let it slide about those boxer braids.
The boxer
braids and bullshit. We're not doing that this fucking month. Y'all not gonna keep taking away from our culture and try to make it your own. That's what we're not gonna do, because there's history behind it. And if you don't care enough to educate yourself about the history behind it, that's problem is what you're not gonna do is try to covet something that has already been done by us, the blacks. So kiss my black ass.
The problem is they ain't got no culture. Exactly. Y'all ain't got no culture for yourselves, and you sit there and try to sit there and wear everybody else's culture as a goddamn costume. We sick of y'all.
Period.
That wraps it up for this week's Waffles. Always answering, all the links. Anyways, up next, news to make you nauseous. Be right back.
Slavery never went away in America. They just found a new way to implement it. It's called wage slavery. It is the exploitation of labor by businesses by keeping wages low or stagnant in order to maximize profits. I'm going to give you an example. I got my first job in 1995. I was working at Walgreens. I was a cashier, and I was working in Chicago, Illinois. So that was about 29 years ago. So the minimum wage in Chicago, Illinois today is $15.80. Do some quick, simple math. Subtract $5.25 for $15.80. That means in the last 29 years, the minimum wage was raised by $10. $10.55, which translates to 36 cents a year. That's how much they raised when minimum wage in Chicago, by 36 cents a year. So I went to the inflation calculator to see how much $5.25 from 1995 would translate today. And that would be $10.41. $10.41. But that's how much I would have made if we used the inflation for today. If we used it in 1995, I would be making $10.41. So for shits and giggles, I wanted to see what $15.80 was in 1995 and how would that translate today. $31.33. $31.33, y'all. Oh my God. That's how much minimum wage should be today, but they're paying us $15.80. So slavery didn't really change, they just upgraded it. And they included white folks into that, especially middle-class white folks. And then let's talk about taxes, because we pay taxes on everything. You pay taxes with your paycheck. You pay sales tax when you buy something. You buy a car, taxes. You buy a home, taxes. You buy land, property taxes. There are even some states that even after you buy a car, every year you have to pay property taxes on your car. I think that one of the states is Virginia. You got to pay property taxes on the car that you already bought. Then this government takes our tax money and do fuck all with it. They give it to foreign countries like the land that was created in 1948. They then take that tax money that we give them, they turn it around and give it to AIPAC. AIPAC then takes that money and gives it to who? Our politicians, who then raises our taxes to get more taxes to give to the land that was created in 1948, and the cycle continues. Same thing with the insurance company. They give insurance companies subsidies. Yet the insurance companies charge us premiums and co-pays and all this crazy shit. But they get money from the United States government. They take that money and then they do what? They give it to the politicians in their little PACs and special interest lobbies. And they give the money to who? The politicians, who then what? Raises our taxes. Let's talk about the weapons manufacturing companies. They go ahead and do what? Price gouge the crap out of our government. So our government takes our taxes to give to these military weapon manufacturing companies, who then take that money and turn it around and give it to who? The politicians, to create laws so that we can go to wars and have all these senseless wars so that they can continue to make their money. Who is the slave here? The American people have been the bank account of the entire fucking elite. If you see a billionaire today, trust and believe they are a charity case or they are stealing. They didn't get that money on their own. Not most of it. They petition our government to give them fucking subsidies while they charge us crazy amounts of money, and then they take the same money that we give to our government that gives to them to lobby our politicians to fucking do what they want so that the politicians can stay in power. It's a vicious cycle. And the people that lose is the American people. And then what happens? We are hated around the entire fucking world because of our politicians. When unbeknownst to us, they are taking our money and doing fuck all with it. They have managed to find a way to create slaves without cracking a whip. Slavery never left this country. They just found a different way to implement it. And until the American people, whether you black, brown, white, whatever, until you all of us, realize that we are being played and it's time to fight back against these greedy corporations and these greedy elites, they're gonna keep fucking stealing from us. But we at a point now, we don't have much left to steal. People better wake up. And I just wanted to add, the new slave masters in America are these crooked politicians, except we pay them to enslave us. That's the difference. They have managed to find a way to create a business, a for-profit business, by pretending to be public servants. And we pay them to continue to enslave us while they steal our money. Food for thought.
And now.
Say what?
News to make you nauseous on WRTR Real Talk Radio. Let's go.
These are some of the stories you might not read about in the New York Times, the Washington Post, or the Wall Street Journal. You definitely won't read this one. It's news to make you nauseous. My name is Marcus Smoot.
My name is Miss Lyric Bravado.
And this your boy, Tigger Man.
And this is news to make you nauseous. See how we be trying to sound official and stuff? Until Tigger Man get in there and ghetto it up. Hey. Go ahead.
Say what, Cincinnati?
Say what?
A United Airlines flight that touched down on the West Coast stumped to high heaven, some 30,000 feet in the air, all because of some dog doo-doo.
Are you serious? What?
Doodle alert! It's a doodle alert.
Okay. All because of some dog doodle that spilled out into the open. Here's what was told happened. Per eyewitnesses on the scene.
Eyewitnesses?
Yes. On the scene,
what?
A woman.
They took statements for turds? Seriously?
Can I get
sorry.
finished?
Go ahead.
A woman who apparently had been flying most of the day coming from Cincinnati was traveling with her pooch in a crate, which we were told was a female Chihuahua.
Wow.
At some point in the flight, we're told that this woman took the dog out of the crate because it was fussy. And that's when the pup opened up.
Because he had the shit.
Yeah.
I'd be fussy too. The fuck?
So at some point in the flight, we're told that this woman took the dog out of this crate because it was fussy. And that's when the pup opened up its bowels and blasted crap all over the This is where the complaints came in. We're told people complaints. This is where the complaints came in. We're told that people on the plane weren't so much bothered by the accident itself, but the bigger issue we're told passengers were dealing with was the alleged slow response to this whole situation. Eyewitnesses stated that it took the flight attendants a good 10 minutes to even come over and address the fact that the dog had pooped and that there was feces all over the seats and the floor. We're told that people were literally getting sick, having to sit through this mess. And while an attendant eventually came over to deal with it, eyewitness said it took way too long and it just wasn't dealt with properly in a timely fashion.
Ooh, the word puns I could
teach that damn dog to use the fucking toilet if you in mid-air.
And
flight.
all the flight I guess all the passengers that was on the plane were offered flight vouchers between $50 to $75.
Bitch, you would have paid me more than that because I would have said some dude got on me. What you talking about? Look at this brown stain right here. You gotta give me at least another $150 for that shit.
It was a Chihuahua. How much could it have smelled?
What you talking about? It don't matter. Them little dogs be stinking worse than some of them goddamn big dogs. Like
your dog be stinking like a grown ass man dropping grown man turds.
Them little dogs. I don't know what is wrong with them little dogs, them teeny little dog stomachs, but goddamn dog, them motherfuckers be stinking like shit. No, for real. My parents got a Yorkie, and that motherfucker shits. His farts stink. His fart clear.
Oh,
my damn dog.
Hell
Which
no.
revolve, man.
Shut up.
That's wild.
But yeah, so that's what happened. That's crazy. That was the news to make me nauseous.
Okay.
Literally.
Made a whole bunch of people nauseous.
All right, who's up next?
All right. Me. This one's very sad, y'all. I'm sorry to change the energy. But I gotta keep it real.
Okay.
Say what? Prince George's County, Maryland.
Say what?
The Prince George's County Police Department's homicide unit arrested 2 suspects in connection with the murder of a toddler in Langley Park. The suspects are a 33-year-old Israel Fuentes Jr. of Lewisdale and 28-year-old Johnny Tercios of Lewisdale. They are charged in connection with the murder of a 2-year-old of a 2-year-old. His name was Jeremy. I'm not saying that last name because it's like
right
20 letters long. Goddamn.
20 letters long.
Of the Chillum area. The victim's mother was also shot. Her injuries are not considered life-threatening. February 8th, 2024, at approximately 5:35, a detective working in the area of 1400 block of Kanawha Street heard gunfire and immediately attempted to locate the crime scene. The detective discovered both victims outside in an apartment complex. Using his detective issued trauma kit, he performed life-saving measures on the toddler until an ambulance arrived, but unfortunately the child was pronounced deceased a short time later in the hospital. Through various investigative techniques to include assistance from members of the community, detectives identified the 2 suspects and they are now both in custody. It looks like they shot at each other that Thursday evening where the mother and child were walking and they were struck by the stray bullets. They were not the intended targets, which is fucking
crazy.
bad.
That's crazy.
Wow. Jesus.
Yep. So they were charged with first-degree murder and related charges. They will be in custody and transported to the Department of Corrections, where they shall remain until this investigation is thoroughly.
Wow.
That's crazy.
All right. Well, sorry to fuck that mood up, but yeah.
That's okay. Ticket Man, your dog wants to speak.
You hear him out there.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
He want to be part of the show.
Apparently.
He says so he can talk to all the dogs out there.
I assure you the dogs would make better decisions than some of these people.
Right.
All right. Say what, Memphis, Tennessee?
Say what?
A Memphis man wanted for attempted murder pulled a bag of cocaine out of his rectum in front of police officers who arrested him, according to police reports. So, officers allegedly watched the man make a number of hand-to-hand transactions at the store, which had a, quote, no loitering / trespassing sign at the entrance before a task force, mind you, moved in and arrested him, cops said. He was found with a gun with 14 live rounds in a magazine, a scale, and several bags in his pockets, and cocaine. Hard
in
drugs.
his ass.
Oh, wow.
And his booty.
How much cocaine was in his ass? They say.
Well, the officers led him out of the car so he could, quote unquote, dig for the drugs, police say. So,
I'm done.
So they put him in the car, and he was like, so. He was like,
I'm done.
They put him in the car, and he was like, so, hey, girl, I'm uncomfortable, right? And I got some drugs, but they in my booty.
No.
And the officers was like, what, girl? And they was like, so, let me just go ahead on out. Let me out. And he reached in there.
I guess.
He snatched him the drugs on out his booty. And, well, he's in a lot more trouble. And, well, a lot less pain. It was, and to answer your question, Lyric, it was 3.4 grams.
OM freaking G. What?
You had to train for that. You trained for that.
You better be lucky them bags didn't bust inside.
Woo! The word puns in that one. Woo! Oh, you better hope this bag don't bust inside. Yeah. Oh, nasty. The story's bad enough, and then you just had to bring it home, didn't you? Of course. Okay. If you want these and more nauseating news stories, make sure you follow us on Twitter. Well, yeah, Twitter at WRTR Radio. I'm at MARCUSSMOOT.
And my name is Miss Lyric Bravado, and you can find me at the same name on all my social media platforms. Except for OnlyFans.
And this your boy Tigger Man. You can find me on Facebook at Tony Tigger Man Nelson and on Instagram and X at Chicken Man 82, and of course you can find me on the one and only OnlyFans.
Where he busting bags of cocaine.
Continue to support me. Continue to support me. Continue to support me.
For
busting bags.
$15.99.
99.
For $15.99.
99 taking over for that too.
Hey.
This show is awful. Why y'all listen to this?
I'm just saying.
Back with Real Talk.
Last night in my live, a sister came up, and she already had an attitude. I can't believe you're going to vote for Joe Biden. Can you name anything that he has done for our community? I said, yes, ma'am, I can. But the fact that you don't even realize what he has done for our community is telling. But that's okay. So I started naming some things, like the infrastructure bill. Insulin is capped at $35. Student loan forgiveness. She cut me off when I started talking about the federal judges. You need to stop because I already know. Well, ma'am, why are you asking me? This woman got upset with me because I was able to answer her question. I said, okay, I'll take a step back. Let me know what Biden has done to you that got you so upset. She couldn't name anything. Next, I had a brother come up. Here's the reasons why he was upset with Biden. Because Biden didn't pass the lynching bill. And Biden didn't pass the George Floyd bill. So I said, sir, I'm a little confused because Biden did sign the lynching bill. It passed Congress. He signed it last year. But if that mattered so much to him, why didn't he know that? Let's talk about the George Floyd bill. I said, sir, first off, Biden doesn't pass any bills. He signs them into law. He can't sign anything into law without it passing Congress. It has to pass the House and Senate. But it did pass the House. It just didn't pass the Senate. He still didn't understand what I was saying. Well, he could have did an executive order. I said, sir, Biden did sign an executive order. I literally debunked everything this young man said. If you don't understand how the government works, Civics 101, you're easily misled. If you don't do basic research, you really can make an ass out of yourself. I simply digress.
Keeping it 100. It's Real Talk. On WRTR, Real Talk Radio. We keep it real.
Okay, so we're black. And this week on Real Talk, we're talking about Black History Month. And I asked online, basically, I said, what does Black History Month represent and mean for you personally? A lot of people chimed in. A lot of people had things to say. Let's just go down the comments. So, let's see. Someone said, nothing really.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is the reason that I wanted to bring this up, because a lot of people are saying things, and I kind of wanted to get you guys gauge on how you feel about it. Someone said, as a non-person of color, it means spending more time learning about a history I was never taught from people like your mom, who lived through events I can't comprehend, and raising your voices so that others will listen and learn to do better. This is one of my mother's friends, by the way. But much like your mother, I'm quite pissed at the fact that it's only a month, and that more and more states are removing what little Black history we used to learn away and completely whitewashing history. Most of what I know is learned in the past 14 years and hanging out and keeping my mouth shut while brilliant Black women told their truth and history. One of the big things, it's one of the only things I miss about working with your mom. And then she said a whole lot of great things about my mom. But long story short, I saw the contrast from Black people on this particular post. And it bothered me because a person of non-color could appreciate our culture, our everything, but we can't. And I get it. In some ways, I get the whole thing with how it's only 28 days and how it's the shortest month and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. But the history behind it, what it means, what it's supposed to represent, that's a little bit more, it's more meaningful to me. It's my time it's a dedicated, allocated time. Now, we tell y'all things that we learn about Black people every week at the beginning of this show. So I'm doing my part in that, but I like having a space to where everybody has that same energy and we're all supposed to be learning together. That's what it means for me. It's my time to, like the young lady said, shout out to Jennifer. One of the things that she said was that in these things, we are literally, like, we're learning. We're learning things that they didn't teach us in school. And I love the fact that we have a dedicated time for this. So that's what it means to me.
True. Just to me, it means it's celebrating Black joy, celebrating us, honoring our people that came before us, that fought for equality and so on, and what we're still fighting for now.
Still fighting. Miss Lyric, you good? Okay.
Well,
okay.
what I want to say is, I agree. Black History Month is for us to be celebrated. It's for us to reflect. It's for us to remember what our ancestors did before us to get us to this point.
Yep.
But me personally, I feel as though it's just a whole bunch of us doing things to take away from that every day. So it's disturbing to me. And then when we do get in this month that we're supposed to be celebrating us, every single year some company does something offensive.
Yep.
And it's on purpose. And I'm sick of it. Like Target, for instance. I get that they take the time to make a whole like thing for Black section for us for Black History Month, but you're not researching who you're getting to do the products in your store for these sections. You know, there's a book in Target in the Black History section. It's supposed to have a whole bunch of facts, and all of the facts are wrong. The pictures don't match the names. The dates don't match the events. It's like it seems thrown together. I don't want to be like a second thought when it comes to us being celebrated. I want people to really research and take the time to learn our culture, take the time to, you know what I'm saying, understand why a lot of things are the way they are when it comes to us, why we say certain things that we say, why we speak on our experiences. Just really take the time to do your own research when it comes to us instead of throwing shit together. It seems forced. Like, oh, another year, let's hurry up and do this and see how much money we can get.
That's all they're doing.
Because I threw Harriet's Women on a damn t-shirt. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that. Just like she said, they're trying to remove our history. They're trying to take away all of the bad things that happened in history to make themselves look like they have this savior complex about them. Like, I don't like that. No, it needs to be spoke upon the real in-depth and detailed things that you were doing to Black people when you stole us from our homeland and brought us over here. It needs to be taught in great detail the horrendous things that were done to Black people in slavery. Like how you were kidnapped and take pregnant mothers away from their husbands. And if they did not do what you wanted them to do, you would hang them and cut their fetus out of their stomach and let them hang from their umbilical cord. These type of things needs to be spoken about, not shied away from.
And even the ones
we're ready to have real
that were on the ship that were being thrown off the ships.
Right. When we're ready to have real conversations like this in America, then I'll feel different. Because I'm sick of sugarcoating shit. That's not getting us any fucking where. You're constantly doing things to try to diminish us as a people. And I'm not dealing with that shit no more. Not dealing with that shit anymore.
Like that little Black History Month sale that I posted the picture about, where they had the little candle, the watermelon and lemonade candle that's under the daggone Black History Month display. Like
they do it every year. They do it every year, every single year. Just like these companies, they want to have a Black History luncheon for their job.
Leave us alone.
I'm waiting for that one. It's coming. Somebody's going to decide the menu is going to be fried chicken and watermelon.
Fried chicken, yes.
I'm waiting for it. Yep. It happens every single year. So when are y'all going to fucking stop? Y'all do this fake ass apology and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We're going to do sensitivity training," but y'all don't fucking do it.
No, you're not.
It happens every year. Y'all do not care. Y'all don't care. So, like I said, real conversations need to be happening during Black History Month, as well as, talking about all of the people that did the great things to get us here as well. But real conversations need to be happening too. Stop shying away from what really happened. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to change instead of sugarcoating this bullshit.
And for some of y'all Black folks that continue to say, okay, so sometimes it's okay to say nothing. It's okay to see an encouraging post, have a disparaging opinion, and just say nothing. You can scroll right past it. You can go, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Or you could just leave it alone. You don't always have to chime in and poo-poo on everybody's fun. Especially some of y'all I hate myself type people anyways, to be on the internet and be, you poo-poo everything.
He says
people can't. You poo-poo everything. People can't have any kind of movement. People can't smile. What the fuck you smiling for? Why you smiling all hard? Like everything, every sense of joy, it's like got to have some kind of a negative connotation. We are sitting here talking about Black History Month. First thing y'all black asses want to pipe up and do it. Oh, well, it don't mean shit to me. But if your black ass was out there picking somebody's Fruit of the Looms, you'd feel differently, wouldn't you? Anyways. So that wraps up this week on WRTR Real Talk Radio.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all listening to us and our bullshit every single week. Well, not every single week, but the weeks that we are able to collectively come together and do the show. It should be happening.
I cannot.
So we apologize. We know that we have not posted a show. You don't need to continue to DM and be like, the show didn't come up. Yeah, girl, because I didn't record it. So, we know. We're getting there. We're getting into a rhythm. And anyway, said it last week, and I'll remind you again. Remember, somebody somewhere is happier with less than what you have right now. You got less.
You take off.
I cannot.
I'm Marcus Snoop.
I'm Lyric Bravado.
And this your boy Tigger Man.
And we'll holler at y'all, well, when we get back to it. WRTR. Bye.
WRTR Real Talk Radio.
This week's show features talents from TikTok creators Goddess Mia, Chris the Author, Millie_Bob 062006, Racial Equality Insights, and Tanya Martin 378, using our platform to amplify your voices.